Hello, my name is Chester Udell, and this is my IMDL project. This robot is called the MIRAG, and it stands for Musically Intelligent Robotic Algorithmic Guitar. And what you see here are 3 monochords, and each monochord has attached to it strings that are tuned to D, F sharp, and A respectively. The 2 strings are because these 2 are tuned in octaves and this is tuned in unison to give it kind of a 12-string guitar sort of feel. These are actually viola capita strings, which is a Brazilian folk guitar. Also attached is a stepper motor that drives these metal nodes up and down that determines the pitch. Also, there are servos which go back and forth and pluck the strings, and then servos on the very bottom of each monochord dampen the strings so that while the note is moving around, we can go ahead and suppress any of the glissando sound if that is desired. There's also a way to override that. Okay. Now, what I have here on the circuit board is a wireless transceiver, which I'll get to in just a moment, LCD that gives me some feedback, and then a brain processor. All of the musical intelligence is programmed into this processor, and I use the book, the Owen book on modal and tonal counterpoint. And basically, I just derived an algorithm, a music generating algorithm, that will create 3-voice counterpoint based on some of the rules detailed in that book. So there is no score, and all the music is generated on the fly in real time. The musical parameters are determined by some of the sensor values here. What I have is a sonar, and it's an ultrasonic rangefinder, and so when someone is within proximity of the robot, the music brain begins querying wirelessly what color tracking data I have. The receiver hub is here, which is the same processors I'm using for all the other ones. They're MSP430s. These are Nordic transceivers, wireless RF transceivers. And so when someone is standing within proximity of the sonar, the music brain queries the computer to see what color shirt the person is wearing that is standing in front of the robot. And then the color shirt, blue, green, or red, is mapped to 3 modalities or scales. The blue shirt is mapped to the Lydian scale, the green shirt is mapped to the Dorian mode, and the red shirt is mapped to the Hungarian minor scale, also known as the Bartók scale. Okay. So, this generates musical messages which are sent to each of the reflex processors, and each of these processors is dedicated to sending signals to the actuators on each of these monochords. So 3 reflexes, 3 monochords. These are stepper motor drivers. And let me go ahead and turn on the sequence here. When no one is standing immediately in front of the robot, and I will get out of the way, the mode by default will be major. So, start up the calibration sequence now. The nodes slowly move up to fret 0, which are indicated on bump switches. These lights mean that it's currently in calibration mode, and when they hit fret 0, the light will turn off for each one and let the brain know that it is ready to play. 1, 2, 3. So this technically is called 3-voice counterpoint in second species, and the 2 lower voices are moving in consonants on whole note values. The top voice is moving in half note values. Okay. Let me go ahead and stand in front of the robot here with a blue shirt on. And the LCD, you can't see it very well on the camera, is echoing back the color shirt that I am wearing. The little LED begins blinking on the receiver to let you know that it is tracking color. And this is the Lydian mode. which is almost non-discriminate from the major mode, with the exception that there's a raised fourth. Okay. Let me go ahead and stand in front of, to give you a little bit more variety, I'll stand in front of it with the green shirt, which again is mapped to the Dorian mode, and this sounds very minor. Okay. Another interesting feature for the Mirage is the photoresistor. The value of the photoresistor is mapped directly to tempo, or the rate at which the notes are being generated. So you'll notice it's right here, and if I slowly cover it up, the tempo will begin speeding up. Slow it back down again. The next shirt is the color red, and this is mapped to the Hungarian minor, or the Bartók scale. Sounds very gypsy. And then I'll go ahead and back away, and when no one is in proximity, it begins playing in major again. The next steps are going to be, I'm going to add some amplification to this using some small rare earth magnets glued onto some 33 millihenry inductors, and I found that source online. And I'm also going to slightly improve the musical protocol to give a little bit more sense of phrasing. And that's it for now. Thank you.